Also, the Earth is rotating in that direction. That is true.
Isn't it rotating the other direction?
No, hold on. Hold
No,
on.
it goes the other way.
rotates toward the
It
US.
does go the other way. It does
Who
go the
was
other way.
right that time?
Look at you, Gavin.
Hey,
You are
I love
correct.
David Tennant.
That's the
David
most awkward high five in the
David
world.
Tennant won.
It was more like a late rub. Well, that bullshit.
Have you ever been hurt by a ghost? Do you know anyone who's ever been hurt by a ghost?
No, it's all a load of nonsense. But
Then-
I've seen a ghost
Where?
in the same room like 4 years ago. I went to bed and there was a dude's face in the window looking at me.
You sure that wasn't just a dude?
No, just caught a glimpse of it. It was like
Yeah, that'd be way better.
It was a dead dude's head. I caught a glimpse.
How do you know he was dead?
Looked minging and haggard.
How?
He looked like he was all wrinkly and pale.
Okay.
So I climbed a ladder into bed. I used to sleep in the loft. Climb up there. Kind of turned around in my bed. I glimpsed him. I was like, what the hell was that? And I'm under the covers. I was like, that was... Ooh.
So like this wasn't even on the ground floor. This is a window up.
The top window.
Okay.
So
He does live on the ceiling.
There couldn't have been anyone there because it's too high. Then I was like, I tried to be all manly about it. I was like, well, it's pitch black in here. And the moon was like coming through. I was like, I'm going to look again. I'm going to be brave. I'm going to look
Yeah,
again.
because that's manly to look again.
Like, you want to just be like,
Oh, I'll look a ghost in the face. I don't care.
Yeah. So I was just like,
Through a window?
so I had the covers. I was like, ah! I saw him again. I was like,
You did not.
yeah, saw him again. Saw him twice.
Why didn't you get
What did you
out?
do?
I went to sleep. And then for the next
Good
couple
Lord.
of weeks, I
I
tried
was so scared. I fell asleep.
For the next couple of weeks, I tried to be in bed before the sun went down because it was less scary. And when it already had gone down, I would climb the ladder with my eyes closed and feel my way into bed and then get under the covers and be like, ah.
And that makes
I
sense
did that
in your
for about
head
2
that
weeks.
that's going to protect you.
Dude, covers protect you from ghosts, don't they?
I guess as long as you believe it.
It's
Right.
like you'd rather be ignorant than find out what it actually was.
Why
Seriously.
do people think that? Like, why do people think that, like,
It's so stupid.
sheets protect you from ghosts when ghosts are, like, made from sheets? Like, they take sheets and they
They're
put them on.
obviously under the sheet.
No,
Yeah.
ghosts,
They know how to get
Well,
through
it's
that.
two
ghosts are
layers.
just a bunch of people who are scared of ghosts.
What if sheet ghosts were like people caught ghosts with sheets and ghosts like, ah, fuck. It's like a sea turtle with a plastic ring around its neck and it can't do anything about it.
Except it's not nearly as tragic.
It's all embarrassed. Like it has to go to school like that. They're like, what the fuck happened to you? It's like, I cheated. There's nothing I can do. I was just like that your solution is, I'm scared for my life. I'll just go to sleep. That's like, that's fine.
Yeah, like if you're scared, I can't believe you would be able to fall asleep.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever been scared in your sleep?
Scared in
Have you
my
ever been
sleep?
scared while
I've had
you were asleep?
nightmares.
It's called
Yes.
a nightmare. I had a crazy dream I got to tell you about.
Okay.
I got to tell you this crazy dream.
Bring
No,
it.
but go ahead. Go ahead. I'll get back to it.
You were going down somewhere.
I was going down, what?
You had a line of questioning you were about to pursue.
Have you ever been scared in your sleep? So, no,
So,
we
yes,
haven't been scared
I've had
in
a
our sleep.
nightmare.
All right. That's the answer to my question.
So you're
Go.
saying is if you go to sleep, then you won't be scared. It'll solve your problems.
That was my point. It's like,
I've never been killed in my
scared.
sleep either. So if I get in a dangerous situation, I won't be killed. Or I've never had a car crash in my sleep. So while I'm driving, I'll just fall asleep and then I'll be safe. I'll arrive at my destination on time.
I just don't understand why you
You're complaining that if you were going to die, you'd want to die in your sleep, right?
Yeah,
But
probably.
wouldn't you rather do something about it if it's just a fucking face staring at you? I can't understand being that scared and then thinking I can fall asleep and then going to sleep. I'm someone who can
would
fall
be-
He
asleep
saw it
easily.
twice, dude. He saw it twice.
I
You
can
would
fall
be
asleep
scared.
really
You
easily.
would be scared, though.
If something was staring at me, when I hear noises in my house in the middle of the night, like let's say I hear something in the kitchen.
Oh, in
I
your
don't-
house, you have to hear that all the time.
Right, I don't think I'm just gonna go to sleep. No, I get out of my fucking bed and I go look and see what it is.
You bust out the gun when you do that?
Yeah,
But
I
you
go
totally-
tactical on that.
I can totally see you doing that.
You
No, I
have a
don't bust out the
wife
gun.
to
Okay.
protect.
I guess, yeah.
I have no one to protect in
it
there.
took you a while on that one.
If I can sleep and the problem will go away without me doing anything,
the
perfect.
problem might
killed.
not go away. You
What
could
is a dude gonna do?
You could end up with a knife in you.
A 13-foot dude is at my window. What's the chances of that?
You know what you can do though? You just
But
punch
you
him in the
saw
nuts. His
him.
nuts are like eye
You
level
saw
for you.
it. I'm just out of curiosity. Like you just like
It wasn't like I was staring at him and looking at his face. It was two glimpses. It was like
if
peripheral.
only there
kind
was
of,
a way to solve that problem.
Yeah, if only you could have gotten a better look.
Or just looked.
what if it was the devil? And I don't know. What if it was like a demon or
So
something?
you're
Then why
convinced
go
there
to
was
sleep?
you're convinced there was a demon a foot and a half away from you through a old piece of glass, and yet you were able to go to sleep, and that's no big deal to you. You don't understand why
because it
we
obviously
think that's
wasn't
strange.
there. It's not real. The ghosts aren't real.
But then why wouldn't you look back?
But
Why didn't you look back at it then?
You were scared for 2 weeks.
Because
the ghosts are
stuff-
real. You went to bed before sundown.
Stuff is scary at night. It's just natural. People,
Except for sleeping,
Humans
that's
are
scary.
scared of the darkness because people die in the dark.
But your approach.
You could have died.
I'm in my bed. Who's gonna kill me?
No one
People
dies
die
in
in
their
their bed all
bed.
the time.
I'm in a loft.
There's no saying like deathbed.
Do you have a feeling, Gus? Do you have a feeling that if Gavin had lived at like a further point up the evolutionary chain than us, like a million years ago, if there's like 4 humans and Gavin was one of them, this would be a decidedly different planet at this point,
Yeah.
right? Like he would have we might not have made it.
Humans,
at all.
yeah, like the fucking saber-tooth tigers would be like, those things, they ignore you when it's dark. They just close their eyes.
It's like watch this, roar.
Delicious.
Ironically, he would like survive bear attacks and stuff like
Yeah,
that. He would be
because-
just fine.
He'd be like in a bear's maw, the bear be shaking him. Bear's like, this guy's fucking asleep.
My lunch won't stop snoring.
Oh, so can I tell you about this crazy dream I had?
Yeah, please do.
I'm not kidding you when I say that
strap in tight for this one.
I woke up from this dream. I've been telling people I had to talk about this dream. I had a dream that I woke up from and immediately had to like go to my computer and start writing. It was bar none. It might have been like a 5-minute dream, but it seemed like it lasted like 4 hours when I had it. And I have retroactively tried to figure out what made me have this dream. And it was 2 things, I think. It was when the PS4 came out, and we've been traveling New York, and I'd been tired. And it was 2 things. It was Michael posted a picture of Lindsay's wedding dress in a bag, and he said, I guess I won't get to see this thing for the next 6 months. I'm not allowed to see it. And because it was still in the garment bag. That's it right there on the screen. So Lindsay brought this home about 2 weeks ago, only 6 more months until I get to see it. And then that night, I was watching Ashley play this game, Contrast. In the game Contrast, that was on the PS4, I think it's on the 360 as well. You play a person who lives in 2 worlds. They live in the real world, and they can go into the shadow world. So you can make like shadows, and then go into the shadow world, and then jump up the shadows, and access different parts of the map.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really cool. It's a cool game with light and all that stuff. But you can't be seen by people when you're in the shadow world and vice versa. So I had the craziest dream where Lindsay was at a fitting for her wedding gown, and she's like in the 3 mirrors, and she's looking at herself and all this stuff. And Michael walks in while she's doing that, and she freaks out because it's not their wedding day, and he's seeing her in the wedding gown. But then she determines, like, she's trying to talk to him, and he can't hear her, and he can't see her. And she determines that because it's not their wedding day, he literally can't see her in her wedding dress. So she can't be seen. And then she figures out that no unmarried man can see her while she's wearing her wedding dress. So she's basically invisible to a big part of the population. So she's like she starts going to like gym locker rooms and like spying on dudes naked and stuff like that.
Nice.
But then at the same time, we're invaded. And you know how when you're having a dream, how your brain mixes stuff up back and forth, but it doesn't matter?
Yeah.
We were invaded by Poland at the time. But then it was also Russia. You know what I mean? So we're invaded by Poland/Russia. And the U.S. Government determines that most of the army is made of unmarried males. And so they're like, wow, now Lindsay is our best secret agent. And I don't know how she went from locker room perv to secret agent, but it was a really quick leap.
She somehow let the government know about all this.
Oh, somehow. So she's wearing her wedding dress, and she's like going through government training, like as like a ninja, and she's fighting the Polish army. Like she's out there in the battle for like karate chopping people in her wedding dress.
Judo chop.
But then the first thing she goes into, the first battle she goes into, the married soldiers see her, and they're like, "Who's?" And they start shooting at her. This chick in a wedding dress that's out here, and all the unmarried guys, the younger guys, are like, "What's going on?" They're getting karate chopped, and so she barely escapes. And Gus was a scientist in the government, and he's trying to determine a way to make her more powerful. Then he makes a machine, or he's trying to build a machine that will magnetically pull off all the married guys' wedding rings. And if that happens, then they won't be able to see Lindsay, and she'll be able to attack them as well. And you're working on this machine for a long time, and Gavin is like, nah, I got a better plan. And you have like a red beret, like you're like a SS guy, or SAS guy.
I bet I look damn good.
Yeah, and you're like, I got a better plan. And you start parachuting in strippers, and the strippers land in the battlefield, and the married guys, once the strippers start running around, they all start just pulling off their wedding rings and hiding them because they want to appear like they're single to the strippers. And then Lindsay comes in and is like, chop, 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 karate chopping people. And then she gets all the way through karate chopping everybody in the Polish army, gets all the way to the leader of the Polish army, and for whatever reason, he can see her, okay? And she's fighting him, he's beating the hell out of her, and she's like, why isn't this working? What's wrong? Then she finds out that he's secretly gay. and he doesn't like her wedding dress. Like he's criticizing like too much taffeta or too much lace. It's like, no, it's like kryptonite that she can't, because this guy's in America, and God, it's so crazy. Because gay marriage isn't legal where they are, the rules don't apply to him, and he can see her in her wedding dress. And she's fighting him, and he's about to die, or she's about to die because he's about to kill her, and he keeps like going, and she's crawling backwards. And then all of a sudden she disappears. And he's like, what happened? It's because she crossed the state line to where gay marriage was legal. So now we can't see her. And she karate chops him and wins the whole war for everybody. Then this whole time, Michael has been upset that Lindsay just disappeared one day.
Been with the government this whole time.
And then the war started. And so he's like completely depressed. So he has decided to go through with the wedding anyway. So she's all torn up and she's trying to make it to the church. Like she's all banged up. She's got an eye patch at this point.
So all Michael's family's there, and he's getting married to no one.
To nobody, right?
Sad bastard.
And so and now Gus, for some reason, once again, whatever reason, is a scientist and a priest, and he's marrying them, or marrying Michael to nobody. And he goes through the vows with Michael.
But wouldn't I know? Anyway, go on.
It doesn't matter. No, the logic doesn't apply. And he's going through the vows with Michael, like, do you take this blank space to be your lawfully wedded wife? Michael's, I do. And he's like, boo. Michael's all crying. And then he says to the blank space, and do you take Michael to be your lawfully wedded husband? And you hear Lindsay's voice go, I do, out of nowhere. And then she appears because now they're married. And she appears, and that was the end of the dream. It was the craziest fucking dream I've ever had.
Ambien?
No, I don't take anything like that.
That's
an
totally
amazing thing.
That's totally an alpha brain dream.
But like nobody wrote that. Your brain wrote that while you were asleep.
It was bored, right?
The stuff about the state lines and gay marriage not being legal in one
And the
state,
strippers
she
as a
gets him
tactic?
into another one. Yeah. Well, that's actually something I think you would do.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Of course
for
you
you.
think it's something you would do.
Your
It's like what's in
subconscious
your
knows you
brain,
really
yeah.
well. A lot of that, I was just picturing Lindsay fighting Tim Gunn the whole time.
Oh, yeah? She was big at karate chopping. She was like, hiya, chop.
So Lindsay played herself, right?
Yes.
But Gus played a scientist.
So when are we going
That
to shoot?
makes no sense.
I don't think Lindsay is an invisible secret agent, no. So in that sense,
But
she
she
didn't play
still
herself.
played. She still.
Well, Gus was still Gus.
Yeah.
I thought he was a scientist. Is he Gus?
He was
as
Gus.
a scientist,
Yeah.
or is he a scientist?
He was
Just like
Gus.
Lindsay was a secret agent who was
Yeah.
invisible.
I bet it was Gus from the Angry Birds.
Gavin
trailer.
was like in like proper SAS gear with the beret and he has a cigar and all that.
When are we going to shoot this movie?
I don't know. I would love to, man.
Well, I'll just wait for the animated adventure.
This
It'll,
idea
it'll probably be a two-parter.
of
Yeah.
Lindsay in a wedding dress with like a big, mini gun, like mowing people down. Would be the greatest
Also,
thing
if
ever.
the minigun shot karate chops.
Yeah.
I don't know the Polish angle though. I don't know why I thought Poland would invade us.
It was probably repressed Cold War memories, Eastern Bloc countries.
I guess I just associate Poland as like starting wars.
The amazing thing about that
victim blaming.
is that
the
you
opposite,
probably
really.
dreamt all of that in like 20 seconds.
I probably
that
did.
whole and dreams always have like really weird time scales. Like you can tell in a dream when 3 months have passed. Like you were saying how Michael's wondered where she's been this whole time. She'd probably been gone for like 2 seconds.
Do you
Yeah.
think your brain starts to fill that stuff in though after you've woken up, like all those holes?
No, I think your brain immediately
Just
starts
retaining
ditching the memories.
Yeah,
of it.
your brain just purging that. It's
If I don't write stuff down within 10 seconds of waking up, I've forgotten it forever.
even if you're like, I'm gonna remember this, I'm
Yeah.
gonna remember this, it's gone.
Yeah.
It's like if
don't you
someone's
all-
come to your browser.
You're a
and
different
like,
you're a
delete,
different
delete, delete.
person when you wake up. You're not the same mind as like 20 seconds after you've woken up.
You're not the same mind.
Well, it's two different. You don't remember the same way.
What does that mean? You mean it's just you lose whatever you're thinking about? Do you think that Gavin, asleep Gavin, thinks about different things than awake Gavin? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Like you're not the same person.
yeah, I'm not.
You're not at all. Asleep Gavin is very brave and can fight off ghosts.
Yeah, would Sleep Gavin have hid from the ghost?
Probably not.
No, that maybe Sleep Gavin is more brave. That's why Awake Gavin wanted to summon him. He's like, Awake Gavin was afraid because there was a face in the window. He's like, Asleep Gavin will know what to do.
Asleep Gavin's like, nah, fuck it.
I will say that my dream version of me, way less lazy. Like, because if I need to pee and
The
I'm
sleeping version is less lazy.
wait, no,
The sleeping version
no,
of
I'll
me is
tell you-
less lazy.
I'll tell you why that makes sense. When I need to pee and I don't get up because you're comfy in bed, you don't want to bloody get up and go and pee. As soon as I fall asleep, like in that weird sort of in between dozing off stage, I'll get up and pee over and over again in my dream until I actually go and pee. You know what I mean?
So who's less lazy? The person who's getting up to pee 1,000 times?
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
because I'm asleep and I'm imagining going and peeing. and then when I was a kid, that used to cause me to like.
Yeah, so
piss
that's
the
your
bed.
brain trying to fuck with you to make you piss the bed.
Yeah.
When was the last time you pissed the bed? Like, what was the oldest age?
Last time I pissed the
That you pissed the
bed,
bed.
5 maybe.
I can't remember ever pissing the bed.
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah, so I must have been young.
I'm sure
Really?
it happened. Yeah, I don't remember.
And it's not like you wake up and it's like, oh my god, you wake up
Oh, I'm pissing.
pissing, and it's just like, I'm here. You know, I've already ruined the sheets. I'm just gonna wait this out. I'm not gonna pee on the floor all the way to the toilet. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
it's like it's
You
cold
can't stop
out.
peeing?
I can't.
I can.
I
I hear that
Like,
from people
I
that
feel
can't
like
I can
stop.
hold it. I can stop it for 10, 15 seconds.
I
and
feel
gotta
like
keep
I'm
going.
damaging my cock by doing it.
You work out? You work out your pelvic floor?
My Kegels?
Yeah.
What are
Is
the
it
Kegels?
You gotta work it out. You went stock pissing. That's
I can stop.
impressive.
I can stop peeing. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
stop
no,
peeing.
How
it's
do you
easy,
work it
yeah.
out? Aren't you gonna put a towel on your cock or something?
Well, I think you just contract, right? It's like contracting your asshole. I'm pretty sure that's right. I don't know why you're laughing.
Contract your asshole. Just go do that. Get a
So
personal trainer, Gavin.
What are the benefits of doing
You can stop pissing.
kegels and all that? Is that it? Isn't it meant to be like a sexual benefit?
Yeah,
sure there
yeah, you
is.
get
They're right there.
better erections and
And a tighter asshole, apparently.
you increase your distance. You can mark nut further. Hey, give me the perfect 45-degree angle. Oh, Brandon, help. Come on.
Brendan, you are a fucking lump. Look how you're sitting there. You have the worst posture. The mic is
do
all in
have
front of
bad
your
posture.
face.
I don't think
Posture.
It's been falling.
I don't think guys do Kegels. I think it seems to be more like a female thing.
Well, so they can clamp around the.
Tighten up. Just tighten
Yeah.
up.
Tighten it.
It's a cool trick though. When it goes like,
It's a cool trick. It's cool.
ladies.
The old cigar cutter.
All right, we've reached the biggest part of the